Hey everyone, it's Kayla here, and I just recently got back from a trip to Oregon, and although it was without my co-host Hillary, I still want to share my adventures with you, so here it is, and I hope you enjoy. As with every trip, you will encounter obstacles and unplanned excursions, both good and bad, which is why research is important even for spontaneous adventures like my trip to Crater Lake. I mean, my drive began perfectly. The Pacific Northwest is such a rich scenery, and with clear skies and sunshine, it was a perfect day. My drive through Rogue River National Forest offered amazing lakes and waterfalls for me to admire, but I was eager to get to my destination of Crater Lake. Though little did I know, I should have stayed exploring in Rogue River. It's a 5-hour drive from Portland to Crater Lake in southern Oregon. I was so excited to finally visit this natural beauty which was formed 7,000 years ago by the collapse of a volcano. But as I entered Crater Lake National Park and drove to higher elevation, the climate started to drastically change. In a matter of an hour's drive, the climate changed from 60 degrees and sunny to overcast and snowing. I knew there would still be snow at Crater Lake, but I was not prepared for just how much snow. Behold Crater Lake. Zero visibility. Zero. Not even a glimpse. But at least my drive south was not a total bust. After my unfortunate attempt to visit Crater Lake, I did happen upon a gorgeous sight that was not blocked by a blizzard. Diamond Lake was a beautiful scene to behold, and I'm happy I stopped to see this picture-perfect imagery of winter. Up next on my drive through Oregon was to explore an early 1900s shipwreck on the northwest coast. Here, winter was no longer a threat to my vacation, and it was pretty amazing to walk right up to this shipwreck. The last remaining bits of this once full ship belonged to the Peter Iredale in Fort Stevens State Park.
Hey everybody, we are here along the coast in northern Oregon at Fort Stevens State Park, and behind me is the Peter Iredale shipwreck. It's pretty cool that you can just walk right up to it, explore it, and right here along the beach, and yeah, it's pretty awesome, so check it out if you're ever just outside of Astoria.
The Peter Iredale is the most accessible of the many shipwrecks along the Pacific Northwest coast, also known as the Graveyard of the Pacific. This coastal region is prone to unpredictable weather, massive storms, and heavy fog. Combine that all with the rugged and rocky coastline, and it's sadly a magnet for shipwrecks. The Peter Iredale had its unfortunate final docking along this beach in 1906. Having departed Mexico and bound for Portland with a cargo of wheat, the ship was faced with strong winds and currents that forced it to run aground at Clatsop Beach, and in the process snapped off 3 of its masts. None of the crew was seriously injured and were rescued soon after. Almost immediately, the shipwreck became a tourist attraction, and although most of it has now deteriorated over the years, the Peter Iredale is still a popular tourist attraction on the shores of Oregon. During my vacation in Oregon, I stayed in Cannon Beach, a quaint and picturesque seaside town that I encourage everyone to visit. Cannon Beach is most famous for its Haystack Rock, which is famously seen as a backdrop in the 1985 film The Goonies. I loved spending time walking along the beach with Haystack Rock next to me. Though the wind can be pretty intense at times, there is something incredibly peaceful about this beautiful region. Cannon Beach was first documented by William Clark in 1806. Yes, that William Clark of Lewis and Clark. And today it has transformed into a popular weekend getaway and tourist destination. A fun activity at Haystack Rock is to explore the tide pools and sea creatures that become accessible during low tide. This area is mostly spent underwater, and it was pretty cool to roam around and spot the starfish clutched to rocks and the formations only seen at low tide.
Hey everybody, we are here at Haystack Rock in Kayla Beach, Oregon, and right now it's low tide, so you can actually get up to the rock and you can see some ocean wildlife that's normally like starfish and stuff that are like living in the water. And so it's really cool for this area around Haystack Rock. Normally a lot of nature up there. It's a pretty big flood right here on the coast, and it's beautiful. Definitely check it out.
Thank you for exploring a few of my favorite destinations in Oregon with me, a state so full of beauty and vibrancy and serenity.